Greetings, everyone. I'm pleased you found this episode of the Escape Pod cast, recorded live for an audience on Twitch. If you're a new player or just looking for the most efficient way to build your account to do well in Grand Arena, you can check out my stuff, Darth Loquater, on YouTube. I hope you come over and join our community. Enjoy the show. Take it away, guys.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod cast,
the new GAC Division reboot comes next week.
And just in time as we wrapped our latest season of GA Center last night.
Oh, and I called it, Paul.
What are you claiming this time, Neil?
The double fleet node has returned.
Returned? What are you talking about?
Well, when they announced the reboot, they said it was just going to be a double node in Divisions 1 and 2, which kind of cut a lot of people out, and they brought it back and made it even more.
Well, that was a no-brainer to me. I wonder why they didn't announce it sooner.
They could have at least clarified it for us.
Well, one thing we can be clear on is that this is going to bring a balance to the game.
And we humbly request that you remember to help Teliana and the community gather numbers next week.
Yes, the GAC division numbers. Well, Neil, this week's incoming transmission, it's a big one.
All 4 of the founding Bounty Hunnies sit down and join us to talk about their charity stream this weekend.
Well, we also hope you'll join them for a very special cause. To Right Love, Honor Arms is a charity.
We will tell you all about it.
And Patreon's choice, and Neil, it's the giveaway for our retro handheld. It happens tonight.
All this and breaking news, as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod cast.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Escape Pod cast. I'm your host, The Nevers, and as always, I am joined by my hetero life partner and co-host, Paul Anthony. This is a live recording of the show, so just before we start anything, quick reminder, it is the Patreon and Twitch subscriber giveaway. So your name's all already been put into the hat. It'll get drawn out at the end of the show. But if you want to increase your chances, make a donation of 100 bits, and we'll throw that in as like an extra go, so you can double your chances. And you can do that throughout the show. Paul's doing the list. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. So, yes, just a reminder of that. I'll throw you over to Paul. Paul, I'm throwing over to you.
What's in that Dr. Pepper? I'm just going to ask that right now.
Why would there need to be anything in the Dr. Pepper? I don't understand the question.
You've just been funny tonight, like funnier than normal.
Oh, funnier than normal. Oh, okay. Well, I will try and hold on to this rich vein of humour that is making such a difference. Bunker C, thank you for the big subscribe.
And JJ Manners, thank you for the gift sub to Force Strong as well. Thank you, Llama, for the tier 2 sub right now. Lots of people. Bunker C, I saw you follow the a few days ago. Thank you very, very much for that as well. Pleasure to have you all here. So before we begin, people who are watching on Twitch and on YouTube, they see my new Vault 37 shirt Thank you for the shiny nickel, Sephironis. They see my new shirt. The Vault 37 Studios are coming along quite nicely. And today I host a trivia night on Wednesday nights here in Houston. And one of the people who are a contestant, they also happen to be a pretty good woodworker. They create stamps, Neil, like really, really professional stamps. And he invited me over to help me get things ready for the studio itself, specifically some shelves. His name is Dean Duplantis, and he also has a podcast. It's called Making Our Way. And to further elaborate, it's making, our way. And it's a really cool makers podcast that's not just for makers. So a quick shout out to him. Thank you for the help in building the shelving unit today. And I cannot wait to show everybody where production will come for all of our shows in the very, very near future. Mm-hmm. So.
Right. Okay. So we've got the non-swugger stuff out of the way. Yep. But important so at the start. So this week, Conquest. We're a week into
big
Conquest. Lots of things happened. But obviously kicking it off, we're a week into Conquest. So has it turned into a grind for you? How are you finding things on that? Then obviously we had the update. The content update on the 26th, which gave us big news regarding the fleet, something that I called from the minute, they said that it was just going to be 2 fleets in Division 1 and Division 2. I said that there is no way that they're not going to revisit that. They will change it, and they announced them at content update. And just lots and lots of speculation about galactic legend Obi-Wan. So lots and lots and lots to discuss. So
let's talk about Conquest first. Because everybody wants to talk about Conquest. And one more time, our numbers skyrocketed since you mentioned this. We are giving away at the end of the show the Pocket Go S30. Which is a retro handheld console.
Yeah, it's a retro handheld console that is kind of like modeled on the controller, the S30 controller that Nintendo released as for its 30th anniversary. So it's kind of in that mold, in that shape, but it's got its own LCD on it, and I did a review for it, and it's got the simplest menu on it that you could possibly imagine. Just it was a wonderful little device. I mean, I had some criticisms. Yeah,
but if you're a Patreon or a sub, you're already entered. If you're Patreon and sub, you have 2 entries. But if you want another chance, or you want a chance flat out, and you aren't a Patreon or sub yet, all you have to do is donate 100 bits. Boom, done. There you go.
You're in the draw.
You're in the draw.
You're
all
in
right.
The draw.
Conquest. I'm in the draw, but I'll discount myself. So Neil, we had, thank you JJ Manners for the 100 bits. Conquest is it. I still enjoy it. I'm having fun. I found a purple disc along the way, Booming Voice, which is a very, very fun one. Mm-hmm. Especially if you use Han as your lead, he will automatically kill off one of your opponents right away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm having fun with it. But what are the sets that are you getting the most use out of?
I'm getting a lot.
You've got GLs though, haven't you? Right? You've got a couple.
I do have GLs, yeah, but I don't use them as much. Yeah, I don't really use my Galactic Legends.
Yeah, I know, and I think that's great that you don't have to use them, but you have them. So if you needed them, you could use them.
They are in my back pocket. Yeah, that's true.
I for as long as I can remember, JKL has been my get out of jail free card. But when you hit Sector 4 without a GL and everything's Relic 7, oh my God, I've got one undefeatable team, and that's my CLS team. It is literally undefeatable. I had the team all the way down to 27%. And I was still absolutely smashing the opposition because of the data card set, and it worked with a Jedi, but it just doesn't work against factions. So, yeah, it has been a bit of a grind because with deployables, you could hit auto. You can't really hit auto, so it's a bit more. I'm definitely finding the second week a grind, but I'm going to be happy on my main, and I'll be done as soon as I hit 4 because it's just too much work. Because as long as I get crate 4, I'll get enough shards to get my 5-star Razor Crest.
Yeah, I unlocked mine, and I immediately took my Beskar Mando to gear 11 so I could max out Razor Crest at 5-star. So all it's going to do from now on is just grow in power. Which, even then, Razor Crest at 5-star is an excellent reinforcement for your Thrawn Houndstooth team.
Yeah, well, I'm if I can get my hands on that, which I know I will on my main, I'm a little bit behind on my main ult. Those are the only 2 that I really care about. I don't care about the 2 smaller ones. It's no time for it. It's just literally, there's just no time. We used to, days of yore when we complained there was nothing to do in the game. Now there's too much to do in the game. Yes, it's and when it takes more time because it's more grindy, it's other areas of the game suffer. So, but yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's any less a good mode. I still think it's an absolutely cracking, brilliant mode. But sometimes you have fun, and sometimes you don't, and sometimes it's a grind, and sometimes it bloody well is. Thank you for the gift sub to Carl Let's Play JJ. And Dr. Feelgood, thanks for the 100 biddies.
Yep, and
cheers,
we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of a hype train. If somebody other than those crazy guys does nice, 100 or a sub, but also JJ Manners has been going crazy with the help love, and there goes Llama.
There goes Llama with the hype train. Chew effing chew.
So
chew effing chew.
Since we're recording live, we will refrain until after the hype train to acknowledge everybody that helps make the hype train go down the track.
So what sector are you on then?
I'm on sector 5.
So you're on sector 5. Okay.
I have gotten my cat shards, all 5 groups of my cat shards, or all 4 groups of my cat shards. So I'm set. I unlocked my Razor Crest like I needed to. I've got the cat shards. In 3 months, Razor Crest will become farmable from the sound of how they were talking. So
I've only been spending on Razor Crest shards. I have not spent any on Ahsoka. I will get Ahsoka shards just for getting a prize chest, but that doesn't activate her. So, I would rather get RC activated and finish to 7 before I even start spending my currency. Ahsoka. I will get Ahsoka to an unlock through a 5-star unlock, and yeah, I'll go the slow route on Ahsoka. As soon as I've got my 7-star Razor Crest, I'll start buying Ahsoka shards and so on. That is the free-to-play way.
So you're not...
Yeah. I'm not what?
Oh my gosh. Okay, real quick. 10 subs from the llama just now.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
What a wonderful thing to do. All those gift subs.
There's 10 Ahsoka shards for everybody. Oh my gosh.
Llama goes bang, says Geek Girl.
Yes.
Yes.
And speaking of Llama, and speaking of Geek Girl, they both will be joining us along with Kate and Critty K. All 4 original bounty hunters joining us later this show.
Yes.
We just flew past levels 2 and 3. We're now on level 4 of the hype train.
Yes, lovely. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm on 5. So you're thinking going the cheaper route would be the best thing for free to play players? I mean, Look. If perfect analogy would be the get to store. Okay, you don't spend crystals getting your negotiator to 5 stars and then stop spending currency to get its shards to start the malevolence. You either take 1 to 7 stars and then start on the other, or vice versa. And I look at this in the exact same way. There are 2 things in that store. 1 I can get with an unlock, and 1 I can't. I'm going to go for the 1 to 5, and then as soon as, like I said, as soon as I hit that 5, I'll continue on to 6, and I'll continue on to 7, and that'll be it. It'll be slow on Ahsoka. I'd rather get Razor Crests to 7 stars while I'm gearing up Bam, because I'm going to be gearing up Bam for quite some time. It's going to take a while. Yeah, especially with all the stun stuff and cryotechs and.
Yes, exactly. It's going to take a while, but yeah, I want to make that ship decent to go with the other bounty hunters, and then I'm putting them. I've decided I'm going to go with Tarkin and use them as a more offensive team as opposed to a defensive team, because I've been testing. I've actually been testing a bounty hunter starting lineup, backed up by Geos under a Thrawn. Sorry, under a Tarkin, and it's been quite successful in testing. I'd really like to have the Razor Crest on there in that starting 3, so that I just would. So I'm taking that to 7 stars. So yeah, that's that. That's what's going to happen.
All right. Well,
that is it. That's me for Galactic. That's me for Conquest.
I can't get
so far this week.
For me, it's the fact that I can't get Razor Crest to 6-star this time, but I'll be able to get Razor Crest to 6-star next time.
Yeah, there you go.
Silver
lining.
I went in on cat charts, so maybe if things work out, I'll go after Razor Crest again more. But it's all of a math game in this situation.
Yes, it is. It is. I just wish I had my JML now. I need my Jake Skywalker so bad, but it's such a pain. I've got JTR at Relic 4 and I've got R2 at Relic 4, and it is a grind to get them up. It really is. Oh, the relic materials is a pain in the ass. So yeah, I know that as soon as I've got a JML, Conquest is just going to become so much easier because he will become my new silver bullet.
So you know what? Since we have a few moments before we get to the meat of the show, and we'll talk about the GAC realignment here.
The big news.
By the way, I didn't even realize this. The crazy people in chat just completed level 4. This is it. 2 minutes to try to finish out level 5.
Oh, that's lovely.
So
it's lovely,
we'll break after that, after we read all the people.
Yes.
But man, where was I going with that? Because they just surprised me.
Yeah, no, we were just saying how we were going to talk about Grand Arena Division.
We will
after the break.
Where are you? Where are you at? Are you still Are you actively focusing to get Ray and R2 to
Yes.
7?
Yeah. All relic material, all relicing material goes on them. Nothing is spared. Everything goes on to them. But at the same time, I've got to be wary of the fact that I'm on the cusp of having everything to take JML just to gear 12. I'm not going to be able to relic him straight away, which is I just need to get him. I just need to get him, you know. But I'm at least another 4 or 5 months away. Even being that close, I'm that far away because obviously get something, you've got to gear them up, haven't you? So yeah, my goodness, the donations are raining in.
They are. We'll read them all after the hype train finishes here.
Yeah.
No,
there.
30 seconds to see if they can get all the way to the end of 5. So what are you focusing, or when do you think you're finally going to unlock your JML?
Oh God! I mean, hopefully it'll only take a couple, a month tops. Hopefully, that's what I'm looking at. A month.
And what division is this going to be in the future?
What do you mean?
What division is this account that's about to unlock JML? What is that one going to be in for?
Hang on a minute. Are you echo? Is anybody in chat hearing an echo? Yeah, I'm hearing an echo one. Just wondering if I can hear an echo. Can chat hear an echo?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll work on it after the.
Okay, no worries.
No echo, according to Nabokov fan.
Oh, good. So it's just my earpieces. Then that's all right. I'm just getting. That's it. That's all it is. Just my earpieces. So, big thanks to you've got the list, haven't you?
Yeah, I do have the list here, and I'm going to go through all of the. I'm going to go through and get all the people that donated 100 bits and enter them into the thing here. All right. We had Dr. Feelgood, the Llama, JJ Manners, Hellenix, and Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. All of them donated or subbed or gifted subs during that time. So thank you guys all for those. For that. I know Hellenix is saying don't add me because it's a conflict of interest. I understand. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's throw to a break. We'll go through the Escape Podcast Patreon leaderboard for GA Center, which is taking a break next week for our season finale, which is going to be very, very fun. For those who have not been around for a season finale, every 30 shows that we do, because I did 30 shows with Scotty. Once Scotty left, I'm like, you know what? New season. So every 30 shows, what we do is we do a little bit of a radio drama in honor of the fact that this show was started by 2 radio professionals who loved radio dramas, and we did a radio drama for the very, very last episode that Scotty was on. So we continue that tradition to this day. We have a radio drama already set up for you in the works, animated by Hellenix, voiced by some very, very special guests, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. But coming up, the news everybody's been wanting to hear Neil talk about.
Yes, me.
The GAC realignment gets even spicier after these messages right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod. Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to ShittyBill's Arena Tracking Bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply. Welcome to this week's Patreon leaderboard on the Escape Podcast. This segment is a tie-in to our Twitch and YouTube show, GA Center, seen on the Twitch side Tuesdays during the first 3 weeks of a season, and usually Wednesdays on the final week. It's hosted by Nev and Ranger from Reality Skew Gamers, that is. And this is provided as a service to our Patreons at the Kyber Combatant level or higher. Interested in joining the board and the report? Check out patreon.com/theescapepod for more information. Deadline for next season is a week from today, June 6th. Let's check out the reports. Big Country Mags, no report. He went 3-0 though. 63-36 in banners, 27 wins, 2 losses, 2 holds. 27 wins at his division does tell me that he did, he got all the full clears. So he didn't have 0 losses though. So it's not a triple crown. It's just simply a triple whammy. D, 2-1. 50-25 on his banners, 18 battle wins, 3 losses, 6 holds. Dr. JoJo, 3-0. Look at that. He reports as such. Easy full clear in round 1. His opponent struggled on Gas and Darth Revan, and they never even attacked the back zone. Round 2, his opponent placed all of his teams on defense, and he never attacked. He cleared 5 of the 7 and both fleets. Round 3. He faced a 4 Galactic Legend opponent with nearly 700,000 lifetime banners. He says it was ugly, and he one-shot full cleared, and he couldn't clear any zones. Wow. 25 wins, 3 losses, 7 holds for Dr. JoJo. Force Strong 1. Round 1, he says a heartbreaking loss on efficiency. Came up 12 banners short. Round 2, his opponent had a hell of a time against his defense. And round 3, a shout out to his opponent, Rayvan, who was awesome enough to agree to both of them setting easy defenses so he could full clear and achieve his 2nd career Kyber. Must be nice for Strong. He goes 2-1, 6,309 banners, 27 wins, 0 losses, 5 holds. Because he has that loss in the overall battles, it is not a triple crown, even though it's, no battle losses. Hot Sauce, the creator of HotUtils, who's included here because he's not a streamer, but he's a Patreon. Check out HotUtils.com and get access to some of the best tools in the game. Looking at his stats, he went 2-1 just like me on a good week. 59.91 for his banners, 26 wins, 8 losses, 2 holds. Leonard McFacepunch didn't join. Schnarman, 2-1, 4,699 banners, 18 wins, 3 losses, 8 holds. And of course, we know that Sephironis just sat out the rest of this time. Take a look at the final boards. Dr. JoJo at the top with 24,850 banners for this month period. Schnarman came in at 11-1. Force Strong at 10-2. Hot Sauce at 9-3. Big Country Mags, our winner last season, missed a week. He would have been 11-1. Would he beat Schnarman? Likely, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. D at 5-7. Sephironis at 3-9. And Punchy at 0-12. That does it for this week's TEP C GA Center Patreon leaderboards. Stay tuned for more of the Escape Podcast right after this. Be nice to each other, damn it.
We want you. Join the GAC Chain Gang today. This is the commander of the 506 Procrastination Battalion and the leader of the GAC Chain Gang. I am sending out a call to action for any SWGOH content creators on Twitch who would be willing to broadcast their GAC attack rounds alongside some of our best, including Mr. Jigabachi, Dr. Zeppers, Rico 1982, and the Bounty Hunnies. What is the Chain Gang, you ask? We are an amazing group of content creators who are dedicated on streaming the Grand Arena Championship attack rounds on Twitch. The idea is to provide continuous content back to back from one streamer to the next and allow the viewers to enjoy more SWGOH content as well as enjoy the variety of streamers that are currently present in the group. If you are interested in joining the Chain Gang, please reach out to myself on Discord at AndyBeads, #7465, or you can send us a message on our Twitter page at ChainGAC. Join us today. We have your back.
The Escape Pod Cast.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gents. We are going to move straight into the big news of the week. It came on the 26th. It came 2 days ago, and it showed this wonderful table that instantly got spread around Discord. So, without further ado, hi, Hollow Table Heroes. Today's update contains the Grand Arena Division changes and returns Jolie Bindo back to Darkside 6D Hard. Additionally, the game has been updated with the June calendar and added several bug fixes for Conquest. The news. Grand Arena Division changes. The Grand Arena Championship divisions have received several changes to promote a more balanced and competitive experience. We have redistributed the number of players in Grand Arena Championship divisions to closely reflect the ratio of players that were originally in those divisions at the time of GAC's launch. The number of squads required and pricing for league promotions has also been adjusted to closely resemble the divisions players were previously in. These changes maintain the level of difficulty you experienced previously and without affecting your rewards. In addition to the above changes, the amount of required points scored to promote between divisions and leagues will be different for some divisions and leagues to account for the additional squad battles taking place amongst players in those divisions. Note that the league promotions has also been updated to reflect the changes to divisions. And the biggie, everybody looked at that chart and they went, oh my god, they put the number of fleets needed up all the way down to Division 7. And I wasn't surprised that they made the change because I always said that they were going to make this change, but I thought that they would only go as low as 6. I never imagined that they were going to go as low as Division 7. 3.15 million and you've got to have 4 fleets, 2 for offense and 2 for defense. That's going to make competition. I've got an account in Division 7. So one of my alts. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. It was the one topic that was discussed the most when they originally announced the changes back in April. So when they gave us the when they gave us the actually no, it might have been the beginning of this, but when they announced it, everybody was saying how they needed to make something had to be done about the number of fleets, because obviously initially it was only going to be Division 1 and Division 2, so no need for 2 fleets on accounts up to 6.6 million. That's just ridiculous. Not to mention the fact that a lot of people had spent a lot of resources and were about to hit Division 2. And, to have wasted those resources when you only need 2 fleets.
So, remember, you had to have it to get into 2. You had to have it. Now they kind of pulled the rug out from under everybody and said, oh, no. Division 3 players, the top end, you're going to have to do it now too.
Yeah, you're going to have to. So yeah, I'm just really, I've got, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how things change in each individual division from 4 down. Because I've got my main in 4, my main alt in 5, I've got an alt in 6 and an alt in 7. So I've got an account. So I'm going to experience these changes in 4 separate divisions. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's like. It really, really is.
So
every single one of my accounts requires 2 on defense and 2 on offense for fleets. So I'm going to have so much fun.
Sephironis says double fleets is going to suck. If us plebes in 7 have to do 2, the whales in Division 1 have to do 3. No. But Zaz says, what if you have whales who whale out on characters but don't have any ships? Well, by the time you get there, you have the 3 originals and you have the Chimera, and by then you should have at least unlocked the Radis and the Finalizer. So you have 6.
Oh yeah, it would have been nice. I think I did speak to some people who have Div 1 accounts, and even they said that it would have been nice for Div 1 to be 3 fleets. And maybe that is something that could happen further on down the line,
once there's enough ships to do that.
Because, it would reward additional... it would make the territory more valuable, and thus it would add a new dynamic to a division, because the strategies and the tactics would have to be different from all previous Grand Arenas. And so I actually think that keeping that one for later on down the line to make Division 1 more competitive, if the competitiveness is kind of stale in Division 1, that's something that they could add to freshen things up.
Well, I'm gonna kind of take that a little farther. I think Division 1 and 2 should run 3 fleets. I know that I have all the capital ships maxed out, and you should be able to undersize your defense if they do that.
It's still, I just think it's still too big. It's still too big. One of the other reasons why I think it's the way that they've done it at the moment is also to kind of reflect on how successful or unsuccessful the people are at the top now that they're just Division 1 is recognized separately. Guys are going to face different types of opponents because the spread in the division it's not too bad. It's much closer. Makes it easier for it's a more smaller group. No big swings of 1 or 1.5 or 2 million GP. That's just those days are gone basically.
So Calvin says it's a terrible idea right now. You lose one battle and you instantly can't full clear by default. You know what? For somebody that tries to balance out their offense and their defense in GAC, instead of just going extremely FU defense or extremely cupcake defense and trying to manage that way, that's how a lot of people end up seeing Grand Arena. And also, it would, if you had to run 3 fleets in Grand Arena, then you're no longer putting down ship FU defenses. You're thinking, okay, what's my A team, what's my B team, and what's my C team, so I could beat their A team, B team, C team.
Yeah, and that's fine. I just still think that, you know, the demarcation of it being just Division 1 that gets 3, but you're at 7.8, which means you've got everything, you know. So you could really say, you know, once you get up to Division 1, you know, you know, we're going to make it harder for you to be the best. That's all you're doing in Division 1, and I just think that 3 ships is fine.
If you're playing with the big boys, you should have to prove to be the best.
Yes, but, you know, 6.6 is not the same. You know, a 6.6 middle GP account, their fleet does not have the same advantages that a 7.8 mil account with fleet does.
Bull crap. That's utter bull crap. I have
1.2 mil difference.
I had a 6.6 account, and all my ships are maxed out.
Yeah, but that's because you focused on ships. Most people focus on other because how many GLs you got? 2.
I have 2.
Yeah, you've 2. There are people that are at a GP level that are similar to you, but they went down the other focused route. They went down the character focused route, and they've got 4 GLs, but their fleet ain't as good as yours.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm sorry that you didn't focus on a part of the game. If you're going to be the best at a game, then prove you're the best at a game, and not just, you know, oh, I'm the best at ground war, and haha, I can take out these ships by multi-shotting them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If you are the best in the best division, freaking prove it.
Yes, but you've always got to remember that there are going to be variables that are different in this format than different from, you know, as soon as you change the variables, players have to change the way that, you know, they do it, and they either sink or swim. So, yeah. But still, the changes are going to, I mean, there's no denying that the changes are going to make the next 3v3 very, very interesting. All those extra teams you've got to find for those upper divisions. I know that your account isn't going to struggle with 3v3. I don't think anybody's worried about the struggle with 3v3 because it's a lot less characters. I think everybody's concerned mildly about the next 5v5 because that's going to be a whole new different ball game. But again, you're probably not in a similar situation as most.
Yeah, I always joke that I'm the best. I'm better than Hellenics with my fluffiness, which I can prove now.
Yes,
which I can absolutely prove now. He even admits to being the worst lately. But JJ Manners says Eric Roberts is still the best of the best.
Yeah. Well, no, because it was his friend that was the best of the best in Best of the Best 2. Because it was his friend in Best of the Best 2 was better than Best of the Best. I'm sorry, but it just was, you know. much better movie.
I kind of concur, because if Best of the Best was good enough, they wouldn't have had to make a sequel.
Yeah. And Best of the Best 3 was just a joke. Oh my god, that was so terrible. It was so
well, they
awful.
were just proving the point of 2 being the best of the best.
Yeah. I like the cameos from the South Korean team when they show up in Best of the Best 2. I thought that was, you know, that I must admit I did like that. I did rather enjoy that. I thought that was good.
Zaz says, "Here's an idea. Give us a ton more ships, and we could have just a ship GAC."
Yeah. Oh God. I still think they've kind of it's weird with ships. I agree we need more ships, but they keep on backing themselves into the corner. CG with ships, they keep backing. You know, first they're like, right, we're going to do some crewless ships for tanks, and you know the Rebels got one, and the Galactic Republic got one, and then the Empire got one, And the Separatists have got one, and it's like, so hey, where's the First Order tank? Where's the Resistance tank? Where's their droid tanks? Excuse me. So yeah, and obviously that's just to fill out fleets. It would be nice to have at least a whole additional new fleet, and I just.
So you want another capital ship that we don't have the ships to field full teams for all the capital ships we have.
Yeah, I just think we need more capital ships, and then we need the fillers to fill out. So, for example, perfect example would be a scoundrel / bounty hunter capital ship. But then at the same time, we would
that is true. We need the BH1. You're right.
But at the same time, we would only have 5 bounty hunter ships. So you need at least a 6th minimum, and that 6th is, to me, obvious. It's Fennec Shand and her ship. It's either her and her ship, which is a twofer because we get another good bounty hunter and we get a ship, or I don't see how there's any other type of crewless ship that could be classed as that could be for bounty hunters.
There's actually a lot of, and you're thinking of bounty hunters. I'm thinking scoundrel ships.
Scoundrel ship works as well. But they'd have to change the ship tags from bounty hunter to scoundrel, or add it.
But so yeah, and there are a ton of Black Sun. There are a ton of Black Sun that you could add into this game. You could. Oh,
actually, sorry, no. The tag is smuggler in fleet. Smuggler, not scoundrel. Yeah. Because it's neutral. Because it's a smuggler is both light side and dark side, just like bounty hunters.
Well, I'm thinking Hondo. I mean, it always comes back to Hondo. Hondo can have a capital ship.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Those flying saucers he had, or something else he stole?
Something else he stole.
Yeah, exactly enough. I mean, if they wanted an easy ship, they could always do the Errant Venture, which is a scoundrel bounty hunter from the extended universe. It's a ship captained by a scoundrel called Booster Terric. So if they wanted a quick and easy solution to a scoundrel, because the Errant Venture is it's Star Destroyer class, but it's bright red. It's painted red. And having that would be a quick and easy fix.
What about Dryden Voss's ship?
And
have Kira be a capital ship pilot.
Did he have a ship?
Yeah, the one that Kira took off and left Beckett and Solo on
that was a capital ship?
It could be, or you could get one for her for the Crimson Dawn.
Yeah. Yeah, or the mall that we're coming might get a ship.
It was a yacht. That's right, Black.
Yeah, it was a yacht. Yeah, pleasure. Yeah, those are yacht thingies. So yeah, it'd be okay. I mean, it'd be interesting, definitely. Do you think any of that stuff is going to come? I think we should move over to the calendar, so that you can go through that and you can find the gaps in the calendar, and then you can be like, oh, so there's a gap here. Maybe we're going to get this type of a marquee. Okay.
Well, I do have the gaps. Let me line them up with days of the week really quick. All right. So the first gap is June 6th. June 6th is a Sunday. Probably nothing coming there. The next gap is June 11th. And we do have a new app version in certification right now. So we could get a app update on the 10th.
Oh, God.
That is a Thursday.
Updates are always dodgy.
The 16th is the next one. That's a Wednesday. The next gap in the calendar is the 22nd, which is a Tuesday. And then another gap in the calendar. The only other gap is the 27th, which is a Sunday. So your gaps for this month are a Sunday on the 6th, Thursday the 10th, 16th, 22nd, 27th. The two biggest ones that stand out to me are the 10th and the 16th. So something in the middle of June is going to drop. That is prognostication Paul making his
So
his call right now.
What do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be the next set of requirements? Do you think it's going to be the mod management update?
Well, we do have another set of requirements coming out. I believe it's the week of the 6th to the 12th.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So
it
we
would
could
be
get a
an
reveal
app
on the
update
remaining ones, yeah.
with Kenobi in it and something big.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. Very
and
interesting.
that's when we start to see Bad Batch farmable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that reminds me, I must go and watch the latest episode of Bad Batch. I've been so busy all day.
so have I with the cabinetry or with the woodworking that I was doing.
Yeah.
With,
I will watch it. I will watch it very, 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 very quickly. I might have to take the 20 minutes just before. We'll find out. In the after show, we'll find out what's going on in the after show.
No, because I won't be able to watch it. I haven't seen it either. Because I
you have. Oh, that's all right then. Good. I won't be the only one in there. I don't have to rush off and watch it now. Good. Yeah. I'll just watch it before I go to bed, I think.
By the way, this is the last episode of the month of May. A quick reminder that if you want to be entered to win your the handheld retro console that you did, the Pocket Go S30, you reviewed it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
that will be sent to you, that'll be sent to a listener. You have an entry if you're a Patreon. You have an entry if you're a Twitch sub. Even if you were gifted a Twitch sub, you have an entry.
Mm-hmm.
As if you were a Twitch sub as of the start of the show today. And also, if you donate 100 bits or more, that is another entry today until we draw at the end of the show. So, Hellenic says they could give us a Darth Mallet capital ship, a Basilishan capital ship, and reinvigorate the investments into the KOTOR characters we got. I don't say that word, Hellenics. We've already had enough. I think we had KOTOR fatigue when Malik dropped.
Yeah, but I still think a Sith capital ship is a perfectly legitimate request, because there are Sith pilots that, would benefit from a capital ship that purely is purely for, because Sith, you've got Sith Empire and you've got like Vader and Maul, but Vader only really works with Empire, and it's just something that a capital ship that gives the Sith tag meaning, because you could also put the Sith bomber and the Sith fighter in with Maul and Vader, and so a couple of extra Sith pilots for ships wouldn't hurt either.
It'd be nice to have some sort of ship raid to maybe give us that.
Yeah, I think there's just as much justification for a Sith capital ship as there is for a bounty hunter capital ship. That's why they, it'd be really, really useful if they started raining ships right now, both capital and
games
and regular ships. But droid ones, droid ones preferably, because you've only got to farm them once. Yeah, so. I think that would be a good start. First order tank, resistance tank, bounty hunter capital ship, Sith capital ship. That would be a good start. Yeah. Give us 4 of them.
All right, so let's go ahead. And Darth Revan 1023 does say the remake of Knights of the Old Republic could make could make it become canon, but also the remake of Knights of the Old Republic could also reinvigorate something for this game that is very, very true. So we have a very, very interesting and fun interview coming up in just a moment with the Bounty Hunnies. All 4 of the founding Bounty Hunnies will be joining us in just a moment. Anything else before we go to this break?
No, we're good to go, mate.
All right, guys, stick around. And remember, 100 bits or more, 1 entry per person gets you into the one more last minute entry into that retro handheld giveaway if you're watching live. We'll see you on the other side of this break right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hello, Escape Padawans. It is the Llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod Castaways are on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, you can catch us on YouTube and on Twitch every week streaming Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, your favorite new Galaxy of Heroes show GA Center, and so much more. Come catch us on the web.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the Force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod Cast.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
Back to school. The Escape Pod Cast for Kids. It's really cool.
Hello, Escape Padawans, and welcome back to Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids. This week on Starting Strategies, is this the final chapter? I guess it is. This week on Starting Strategies, we are going to be talking about what it means to be a good guildmate. Now, everyone says be a good guildmate, be a respectful guildmate, but what does that really mean? Because, in all honesty, it's more than just getting your allotted tickets per day and participating in territory wars and terror battles. It really gets down to effective communication and helping your guild move forward just like you want to move forward in the game. Everyone has their own goals and things that they want to achieve when playing this game. But sometimes being a good guildmate means sacrificing something that you want, maybe some better stats, maybe better rewards from a raid, so you can help your other guildmates get that needed currency too, because we all need it, and not all of us is going to be able to get it all at the same time, which is why a lot of guilds do rotations for the top spot in raids, and sometimes you're not going to be in the top, but understanding that doing things like rotations is going to help your guild as a whole, and most importantly, respecting that rule will help you be a great guildmate. Another way you can be a great guildmate is a very simple philosophy. If you're going to ask for it, you better be ready to give it. Now, this game has a really great feature where you can request certain gear from your guildmates. You can do it every single day, and you can get 5 to 10 pieces of needed gear for one of your characters. But if you're going to be requesting gear, especially expensive gear that everybody needs, you would better be ready to give gear to your guildmates and give gear that your guildmates need as well. It's not fair to your guild to be requesting gear and not being able or being willing to give anything in return. And finally, be a timely guildmate. And while yes, it's important to make sure you get your 600s in every day, and I understand that real life is difficult, which is why communication is also very important, but for things like territory wars and territory battles, it's important that you do your part quickly and on time so your TW officer or your TB officer can really track your guild's progress to the best of their ability and make sure that everybody's hitting their goals so you can get the best rewards you can. A lot of times, guilds turn into little families, and people create connections and build friendships that last even after they stop playing the game. And that's why it's always really important to be the best guildmate you can and be respectful. That's all for me. Tune in next week for more Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids. So there really are no more pages left. I mean, I guess I gotta start a new book? Should I start a new book? Or maybe...
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with the digital features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If things look odd to you watching on Twitch,
what is going on?
This is, I have no idea how this happened, but everybody is like all over the place. I mean, I'm here on the left, but if you look in the top right, my hands, you can see my hands. It's like, hello.
I'm not anywhere.
Hello,
I have
everybody.
my own box.
Now everybody's getting
four boxes.
Now
I'm
everyone
gonna-
is getting a solo Minerva stream.
Worst Brady Bunch ever. Damn right.
Yes,
worst Brady
look, we
Bunch
got
ever.
Minerva.
Okay,
This is a Minerva.
so
Paul,
you
Paul,
got-
do the
so for
MC
those-
thing and I'll fix this.
Yeah, for those that are watching the Twitch and the YouTube versions, you are in for a laugh right now as Neil fixes all the cameras, because we didn't have a chance to fix this before we went live.
No, you don't
but
tend
if
to
you're
have the chance to practice with 6 people.
Yeah.
We got
And but if you are listening on the podcast, none of this matters, and that's where most of our listeners are. So hello and welcome to the incoming transmission. I'm Paul Anthony. We are joined by a group of gamers who came together by the slip of a tongue of one of their members. All 4 of them mean so very, very much to me. Especially one of them, I have to admit it, or they'll, I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight.
It's me. I know it is.
Yeah, that is very true. I don't want to upset you, sir. I'm very sorry.
It's me. It's fine.
But you guys have seen them or heard them all on this show in one form or fashion, in one way or another. They are Kate Gaming, the famous Kate Gaming, Geek Girl, who you've known as Geeky, G33KY on Helly and the Noob. You all know Simon. You all know the llama. And you've heard her, Mrs. Anthony, who you guys helped raise so very, very much money for when she was diagnosed with cancer. So thank you for that on behalf of the Escape Podcast. But nonetheless, Bounty Hunnies, hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, I've been here a million times, so I'll let everybody else take the front.
So let's start out with the person who you guys don't know as well. Critty K, how long have you been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and what's your GP?
We've been trying so hard.
Playing a really long time. I don't actually play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. I just find that my day is full as it is. No, I am a gamer. Obviously, I am married to the world famous Paul Anthony over here. And you know, you can't live in this house without being a gamer. So I play, like, on mobile, I play Star Trek Timelines and RuneScape mostly. At home, I'm playing Sims, and I've drawn pretty much everything that you see around Escape Podcast. My own shirt here. I design shirts on the side, mostly for Woot. And yes, thank you. I drew the llama. I drew Porgs for Geek Girl. I've drawn logos for half of you people watching. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yes,
And many other reasons, but
Yes.
her artistic talents are definitely a perk.
And Geek Girl and I have a podcast every Saturday on the Bounty Hunnies channel. It is called The Comics Corner because we are both huge comic book nerds. We love comic books themselves and TV shows and movies that have to do with comic book characters.
Yep. In fact, I just bought Arkham, Batman Arkham Knights. So that's gonna be my next playthrough. But yeah, we're nerds and proud of it.
Very much so.
So let's go ahead and go around the circle here. Kate Gaming, you're up in the top left of the Twitch version of this. So I wanted to kind of go through, how did you get started streaming? What possessed you to put yourself in front of a camera and start talking to people while playing a video game?
So I started streaming during the middle of COVID in the summer of last year, 2020. And my reason for starting streaming actually ties into a lot of why we're here tonight. I started streaming because I was having like really bad anxiety. You're at home all the time because we were in lockdown. So I was like, I wasn't seeing friends. I was like, I need to talk to somebody, like to just communicate with people outside of my house. My husband, he still was working. He's a firefighter. He still goes to work. And I'm just left here alone. So I'm like, I'm going to give this a try. I knew a couple people who streamed. They liked it. I never understood the online community until I started streaming. And now I'm like, I totally understand what they're talking about. So I started streaming because of my anxiety, and it's helped me battle with perfectionism and realizing it's okay to make mistakes. Like I made the biggest mistake of all, and that's why we're here, because I was first hype train and messed up bounty hunter and said bounty honey, and it kind of stuck. So yeah, that's my story.
Simon, you've come a long way from the beginning.
Yes. I mean,
so much has changed in your life nonetheless since you began. What possessed you to start streaming yourself?
Extreme peer pressure from the Tep C community. So I mean, I was involved with the podcast from the very, very beginning, doing, old school audio ads when we were still running the show on Discord in like Discord voice chat, which is
That's true.
insane. And obviously progressing to story time with the llama, and really just kind of wanting to get out there, have fun. Similarly to Kate, we're all in quarantine. We only really get to talk to our significant others and things like that, and getting to interact with people kind of outside of my house and outside of my normal bubble was something that was really interesting to me.
So next up, other than Neil and I, is Geek Girl. What began your stream? Because we found you.
Yeah.
We found you. So I don't know if I know the origin story of the famous Geek Girl.
Oh no, I'm not the famous one. Kate's the famous one. Honestly, I'm an audio video nerd. Like this is what I do. It's actually the field I'm trying to break into. But I started streaming like everybody else in the middle of COVID because I was going nuts. Just being in my house all day. But a lot of it was I met some really great people in this community, and they were fantastic and really encouraging, and hooked in with people like Heinze, and that was how I got going. And then GA Center happened, and then it felt like the world exploded, and I met all of these awesome people, and we just went crazy all of a sudden. It was the weirdest thing. I'm not sure how or why it happened, but I found some of the best friends I've ever had just playing this game and doing Twitch.
Now, I'm going to modify the question for Critty K. Creation, content creation. I know that you started to draw shirts because I said I really liked a website, but what was really the spark for you to create graphics, to do that? What really truly started you down that path? Has it always been something that you wanted to do?
Well, even when I was a little girl, I wanted to be an artist. So I always asked for like art sets for Christmas, and they were always cheap and crappy. And I lived in the country, so there was not I couldn't go out and build a lemonade stand when I was 6 years old. So instead, I set up a table in my living room, and I made pictures with crayons or with chalk or whatever, and I forced my family members to buy them.
That's amazing.
So if it was a good one, it was worth a quarter. And if it was only okay, it was worth a nickel. So I definitely have always enjoyed art. I've always doodled, but I didn't ever believe in myself enough. I didn't think that I was an artist. I just thought, oh, I could doodle. And I would have fun doing little things here and there. Yeah, thank you. It was always something that I enjoyed, being creative, but I didn't think that I had what it would take to be an artist professionally. And so when my dearest darling husband started asking me to buy him shirts all the time, basically spend all my paycheck, I was voting for things that I thought he'd like to be made into shirts. And I kept telling him like, oh, wouldn't this have been funny? Like each contest has a theme. And so I kept telling him like ideas I had, and he kept just saying, why don't you draw it? You can draw. Why don't you draw it? And I was like, no, I can't do that. And finally he won me over. And so I just, through luck and sarcasm, have built myself a tiny little t-shirt empire where as of this recording, I think I have 169 designs available.
Nice.
On the Woot website. I have one right now, like literally right this second, that is in the top 9 votes for the week. So there's a very good chance that would get printed. It might be a winner, and winning the contests means extra money, but it also means extra exposure. So it's really fun. And like we even took to carrying business cards with like my social links on it, so that if somebody complimented my shirt, I could be like, hey, here's where you can get one yourself. It's been a really fun time, but what I like the best about it is that it gives me a chance to be silly and fun and creative, because my day job is very data driven and analytical. So it kind of lets me use that other side of my brain, and it gives me a chance to just do something that's fun.
All right. Right now, I am actually posting a link to that shirt that you currently have the very, very good chance of it being printed in the chat. It says midlife crisis in the style. It's all board game themed. And so you took the game of life and turned it into midlife crisis. If anybody can take a moment to vote for that, I'll also put it in the show notes. The vote has to be done by Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Anyway,
that's when the contest ends.
Tell
your friends.
Now, Neil, do you have a roundtable question for?
Yes,
for
I do have a round table question for the Bounty Hunnies. There's I've been told that tomorrow is going to be a 12-hour live stream, charity stream?
It's 24.
It's
24.
You're going for the big one. It's the big
yes.
one, right? Okay, so we are talking 24 hours. Ooh, we're talking scheduled programs. Tell us about some of the things that people can expect to see during the 24-hour stream.
Kate, go ahead.
We have so much. I'm pulling up the schedule.
Oh my god, it's a lot of SWGOH, obviously. A lot of Phasmo, some Among Us, some Jackbox, some Fall Guys, and some fun. We'll just be hanging out, so anybody is more than welcome to join. We'll be in a Zoom call all day. Just let us know. You guys can come in and out as much as you like. Oh, sorry, that fly is back.
Are you just gonna like switch backwards and forwards between each other's accounts?
Yeah, like so Llama and I usually do Saturday morning tea, and we're able to get both our accounts showing on one stream, so we're not going to have any issue with displaying our accounts. And
will you be channel hopping, or is
it's going to be on the Bounty Hunnies channel?
It's going to be the Bounty Hunnies channel.
Yes,
for the entire duration of the 24 hours.
Yes, and that's why
the whole shebang.
That's why like a month or so ago, we were on a big push to get that channel to affiliate so we could do it there. So everything's in one central location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one final follow-up. Why don't you let everybody know what the charity or charities are that will be the recipients of the proceeds from the event?
Yeah, so we are actually doing this to benefit a really amazing charity that's really close to our hearts, and it's called To Write Love on Her Arms, and it's a charity that helps provide resources to people who are struggling with mental health issues. So things like depression, things like anxiety, things like bipolar disorder, things like that. Back in the summer of 2019, I almost lost my wife to her battle with mental illness. And while she was in recovery, she met a lot of people who had to drop out of treatment because they couldn't afford it. And organizations like To Write Love on Our Arms help provide those resources to people who can't afford it all around the globe.
Oh, so they're an international charity. It's not it's not a US-based charity. It's an international charity.
Yep.
So they're all over the world. And that's it. That's their. So you've basically just read off their mission statement. So will you be throwing up links during the 24-hour stream? So that's going to be constantly viewable, like at the bottom of the screen, and a link in the chat. So anybody at any time, at any given moment during that 24 hours can hop on and make a donation to the charity.
Yeah, we've got a Tiltify site all set up that we'll have going throughout the stream. Obviously, any bits or subs or anything like that come through via Twitch are going to be donated as well. And
what you want to do is you want to catch all the streamers on the evening time that have had a few sherbets, and you want to get them in the VC, and you want to say, oh, go on, what would it cost in charitable donations for you to Zeta that character? And because they've had a few, they'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll Zeta Rose Tico for 1,000 bits, and then everybody's like, quick, do it before they realise they're intoxicated. Yeah, you could really, really have some fun on the evening time with that. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it.
We have so many rewards that we have set up for different milestones, bits donated, subs donated, gifts on Tiltify. Our big one that is the crazy if we get there is our 5K, which Kate will use a Ouija board.
In Phasmo, not in real life. No, not in real life.
But I mean, for those of you who are on this train with Ando, if we hit our goal of $2,000, Kate is watching Hamilton. We are having a watch party. Discord. We're having a watch party.
Anybody knows I do not want to watch Hamilton.
Yeah, no. We everybody makes that clear every single week in the Discord.
I figure at least this is for a good cause. So
you've got like redemptions on like maybe a half a dozen Twitch channels that are watch Hamilton. There's literally people out there where they can redeem points.
I can't even go to like a Twitch channel without that getting redeemed.
Exactly, yeah. I'd be very, very interested to know how many channel points in total has been donated to making you watch Hamilton. That would be an interesting statistic. About as many as the Make Ando
drink.
Probably.
Oh my god! If I had 1,000 points for every, I'd have a lot of
Considering it's only 8 points on my channel,
yeah.
So Nev, we also have a specific shirt in our merch store, which is on TeePublic, just like yours. And the merch. The shirt does say Bounty Hunnies across it, and it also has the logo for To Write Love on her arms. And all of our proceeds from that shirt are being donated, as well as everything that we raise tomorrow.
Yep.
So there you go. So I mean, this is a big group, so we kind of have to do the wrap-up question a little early here, but
the question that one of the viewers wanted to know how we met.
Well, right. Well, they want to know that, and that made me think. Somebody else also said that they want to see Patreon's choice happen with all of the Bounty Hunnies. What do you say to that, Neil? You think we could do Patreon's choice with the Bounty Hunnies as well?
I don't see why we can't swing it. It's easier for me. I don't have to change anything on the bloody monitor. OBS be damned. It's not the finished product. It looks bloody awful, but that's because I'm looking at it on a 43-inch monitor. Hopefully it won't look as bad on someone's mobile phone. Those people listening, they don't care. Think nothing of it. Ignore everything I've said in the past 2.5 minutes.
So
a figment of your imagination.
So why don't we do that, and we will end with a final plug at the end of the show for your charity stream coming up here. But do you guys have time to stick around for Patreon's choice?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Geek Girl didn't answer.
We just say
yes, I answered the same time as everybody else spoke.
Geek Girl has been volunteered to stay.
All right.
No choice.
So what we'll do, we'll break now so everybody can answer Patreon's choice questions. Get those in with channel points, or if you're a Patreon, get them in now. We'll break right now for the latest episode of Helly and the Noob and come back with Patreon's choice on the bridge with the Bounty Hunters right after this on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to ShittyBill's Arena tracking bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
And now time for something completely shameless. N00B.
Please proceed, Master.
N00B. Are you there?
Yes, Master. I am here. Please proceed.
N00B. Answer me.
Why can't she hear me? Oh, error found. Voice chat is muted.
N00B. I said, answer me.
Unmuting voice chat.
Now.
Master, can you hear me now?
It took you long enough. What's the problem this time? N00B.
Apologies, Master. I was muted.
Silence, you fool. That was rhetorical. That's better. I am ordering you to leave your current location and head to...
But, Master, your analysis indicated that the vile, salty Spartan's most likely next appearance will be aboard the Fulcrum.
N00B. I demanded silence. And you will comply.
Yes, Master. Please proceed, Master.
That's better. Now, as I was saying, I am ordering you to immediately leave your current location and head to the Palace Precinct of the Federal District of Imperial City on Coruscant. There, you will meet with an agent of the Monolith, who will give you further instructions.
Master, why not just instruct me now yourself? I can be trusted. I am loyal. I will do as I'm told.
N00B, are you questioning my greatness?
No, Master.
Good. I would hate it if we were forced to cancel you.
Forgive me, Master.
Silence, N00B. And get moving.
Yes, Master. Right away, Master.
Many unbearable hours later.
This is so annoying. TC-14 orders me to head to downtown Imperial City on a Friday afternoon during rush hour traffic to meet with her secret agent. on a day with record Coruscanti gridlock, and I don't know who this agent of the monolith even is. How am I supposed to meet some unknown individual on a planet with 1 trillion organic meat bags and twice that many droids? It's an exercise in futility is what that is. Come on, meat bags. I have somewhere to be. Even if I don't know where exactly that somewhere is. Uh-oh. Looks like my horn honking got the attention of... Wait, what is that? No. A low-level, low-star, under-geared Coruscant Underworld Police?
COP-42, approaching the next vehicle for questioning.
Oh, this ought to be good. Nobody respects Cup in this game.
Sir.
What's the problem this time, officer?
How long have you had this Starhopper?
About 3 or 4 seasons. It's up for sale if you want it.
Right. Let me just scan your identification.
You don't need to see my identification.
Yes, I do.
Let me try this again. I am not the droid you're looking for.
Who said I was looking for a droid?
Why isn't this working? I said, I can go about my business. Move along.
No, you cannot go about your business. And no, I will not move along. And who in the space hell do you keep waving at?
All my fans in the Twitch chat. I'm quite popular, you know.
All your whats? In your who?
Listen here, Cup. I don't have time to waste speaking to SWGOH's least powerful character.
Mob Enforcer? Where is she?
No, meatbag. Not Mob Enforcer. You. I'm talking about you.
Wait, what? Wait a second. Who do you think I am, buddy?
Coruscant Underworld Police?
Ah, crap. Not this again. Look, buddy. I'm not a Coruscant Underworld policeman. I'm a Coruscant Overworld policeman. Every time. Jeez. Every time.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really. No.
Well, I'm not wearing a mask over my mouth, for starters. And I don't have one of those silly tanning bed goggles over my eyes. Besides, we're above the surface, not under it. Not level 1313.
Ha! Overworld. I get it now.
Hey, Sparky, stop laughing at my name. Let's get back to the script. I don't have time for this. I gotta get home. My shift's almost done. Gotta finish my arena climb, my SWGOH, watch some escape pod cast. And I hear that Going Nerdy's pretty sexy. I mean, informative. He seems pretty legit, too.
Right.
Alright, where were we?
Transitioning from the jokey bits to the revelation part of the episode. That will probably explain nothing. Lennox has this very formulaic approach to how he writes his scripts. He's becoming quite predictable.
True?
Right.
Agreed.
I concur.
Exactly.
Indubitably.
So the Starhopper's name is a Space Frogger, right?
It is.
And you're giving me crap about my name? Fine. And you're a PK series droid, am I right?
I am.
And you do alphanumeric designations, correct?
I do.
Which is?
N00B.
COP-42 to base. I found him.
Wait. What's going on here?
We've been expecting you. N00B.
Are you the agent of the monolith I was tasked with finding by my master?
Obviously.
If I'm being honest, I didn't expect it to be a low-level, low-star, under-geared Cup.
Not this again. Gee, what's with these people?
Sorry. Overworld Police. Sorry. Sorry. A glitch. Please continue. Sir.
Are you ready to receive your instructions?
Yes, sir.
You're to head back to the Space Triangle using the Corellian Run hyperspace lane. As you approach the room sector, you will encounter someone, and you will know what to do.
Someone?
Trust us. You will know. Oh yeah, and before I forget, take this too.
Whoa. The ultimate nullifier. This is the Marvel Comics 616 universe's most devastating weapon.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it totally is.
What's this button do?
Don't touch any buttons! You're gonna erase us from all existence.
Sorry. I can't help it. I like pressing buttons.
Look, droid, put the damn thing in the glove box and don't touch it. Until the time is right.
How will I know when the time is right?
Trust us. You will know.
How?
Did you not hear me? I said trust us. Trust us.
Sheesh. Okay. Fine.
Now leave, you overgrown crockpot.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. All hail the monolith, sir. All praise TC-14, sir.
COP-42 to base. I'm getting too old for this.
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the bridge and a very, very big Patreon's choice. So, I hope you got a lot of questions because you're going to get a lot of answers.
There are. So we're going to start off with, you are given 24 hours. Within that time, you can commit any crime that you want. After 24 hours is up, no one will remember what you did, and all records of your crime will disappear. What do you do, Kate? You're on mute, Kate.
Sorry. I don't know. Get a lot of money somehow.
Simon.
Yeah, rob a bank. 100%.
Geek girl.
Steal a time ship, go back and, buy Apple.
Steal something that doesn't scientifically exist.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm afraid to ask this one, but Critty.
Absolutely, I'm on team rob a bank.
Oh, good.
We'll rob a bank together.
Husband.
Yeah, it'll be a master heist. It'll be basically Ocean's 11.
I like it
with us.
I'm in.
I'm on their team too with this. Neil, what about you, bud?
I wouldn't participate. I'd stay at home.
But you have.
That's not the point of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
it's figurative.
How many other people's crime would be to like? So,
yeah,
like,
no, I still know I just wouldn't participate. I can't even.
Staying at home is always an option. That's true.
Well, yeah, I'd stay
at home is always an option.
But
no, I would still.
I thought we had a choice.
I'm with you, Llama. I'm definitely robbing the bank.
Still rob a bank.
All right.
Yeah.
If you could visit one planet, if you can visit one planet in the universe of Star Wars, which one would it be and why? Kate?
Probably Naboo.
Simon?
And
why? And why? Sorry.
It just looks pretty.
Okay.
I would probably go Endor because ever since I saw that movie, I've wanted an Ewok.
Oh my god.
Hey, girl.
Oh gosh. Probably Coruscant. Simply because it's the center of everything, and I'd kind of like to meet Yoda and then push Mace off a balcony.
Well, it's out of Windu.
Oh,
all right,
Windu.
and
Okay.
Pretty.
Cantonica.
Why?
Because Canto Bight looks like a fun place to go.
All
It's like
right.
the Vegas of Star Wars.
For me, it would be probably the Chiss Homeworld. I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now, though. Neil?
I would go with I don't know, maybe Yavin 4. I like the idea of roughing it. I like camping and festivals, so it would be like one really long, big festival in the woods, and try not to get eaten by anything.
All right.
No one said
anyone?
hawk.
Or like Scarif, like pre,
I mean, actually, Kashyyyk wouldn't have been a bad option either.
All right. Sephiranus asks, what is the plan for the Hunnies moving forward? Do you have plans for growth as a group? Your guys' choice on who answers this one. For me, I'll continue to support him however I can. What'd you say, Simon?
I said I would answer because everybody else went wide-eyed and silent. So I mean, we're excited about Comics Corner that happens every week. It's super awesome and a great show that Critty and Geek Girl put out. Kate and I always every week we've got Saturday morning tea. We are like frenemies, so it's really entertaining to come out and watch us yell at each other as we do GAC. And do things like play Phasmo. We want to do a lot more community nights. I think trying to get all of us together is really difficult, but we've got some rewards and stuff for bit donations on having game nights with us and movie nights with us. So we want to try and do more community based stuff throughout the month.
All right. Favorite lightning round. Favorite dessert. Kate.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Simon.
I'm not really a dessert person, but strawberry shortcake.
Geek Girl.
White chocolate raspberry cheesecake.
Critty.
Diabetes.
What was your favorite dessert then?
Brownies.
Yeah, cancer really screwed that up for you. Favorite dessert for me, sherbet. Neil.
Strawberries and cream.
All right. Favorite flavor of ice cream, Kate.
Mint chocolate chip.
Llama.
Ben and Jerry's Chubby Hubby.
What'd you call me? Geek Girl.
No, I called me.
Oh.
It's a tie between Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake and cookies and cream.
Critty. I know you still eat ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Does sherbet count?
No.
Then chocolate chip cookie dough.
Ice cream.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. Neil.
Anything with chunks of toffee or fudge in. Any caramel one with toffee and fudging is fine by me.
All right. Zaz is asking who would win in a fight between N00B and R2D2.
Noob.
Oh,
I don't know. R2.
R2 looks like he would yeet someone off a ship for fun.
I'm just at this point I'm not convinced it's possible to actually kill Noob. And that's my thing. Like, can you win if like your opponent just never
Even
dies?
Helly says R2.
Pretty.
R2, definitely.
Neil.
R2. No contest.
I think I'm going to have to go with Simon. The Noob is immortal.
That's
so is R2.
All right. Which band or track or song? We're dealing with an Australian for this question. JJ Manners. Which band or track changed your taste in music?
Oh.
It was band or track, right?
Band or song, yeah.
Oh.
I liked 90s hip hop until I found Green Day. That's my answer.
I was classic rock until I found the American Idiot Green Day album, and now I'm a huge pop punk fan.
I got into like 80s club and pop music and like the whole gay music scene because of Believe by Cher.
Oh God, yes.
Favorite song
That is
of
a
all
great
time.
song.
My favorite song
It
of all
is.
time, and I do a mean share. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna point this out. The version of oh my gosh, I can't think of it became a huge dance hit. I believe I'm in heaven. That song that also came out
yes.
about that
Oh my
time.
God, what was
But
it
the dance
called?
version of that came out about the same time as Cher's Believe. Kate.
I mean, I've always been classic rock, so I grew up with like Aerosmith, Nirvana. Like Nirvana's not really classic, but that genre. But then I switched more to like heavier metal back in high school. I can't really remember which band it was that did it for me, but it was just a variety of going to concerts with friends at the time.
All right, Critty.
I have a very specific actual answer for this. So I used to watch a lot of TV, had no social life. So I was watching an episode of VIP with Pamela Anderson. She was like the figurehead of an investigation.
Oh God.
I'm not even joking. And somehow they had Miserable by Lit playing. And that was really the first alternative song that I had ever really heard. I was a sheltered young lady and I loved it. And that started my fascination with all things alternative. Blink 182 and Green Day and Fall Out Boy are some of my favorite bands. And, you know, it all started with that one song, and it wasn't even the whole song. It was like the refrain.
All right. And Neil, what changed your musical life?
Well, I've had several phases because I'm no spring chicken anymore. But I'd say the last one was probably in the mid 2000s, early noughties. And that was, you know, up to that point, it was a lot of indie and pretty much all sorts of stuff. But then I went to watch Daredevil in the cinema, and Ben Affleck absolutely destroyed the character. But the silver lining was an excellent soundtrack by Evanescence. And the song, Bring Me to Life, got me on a whole Jones of kind of like that it just put me on that genre. So there was a bunch of bands around about that, and yeah, that's pretty much. I've been pretty set in my ways since that time period. You know, no more pop, no more Spice Girls. Absolutely no more shagging Spice Girls.
Yeah, the Spice Girls were amazing.
I love Spice Girls.
I will always jam out to Spice Girls.
100%.
Yes.
All right. JJ Manners also has the other question. Lightning round on this one. Favorite silly movie, Kate?
You're gonna have to come back to me on that one.
Bridesmaids.
I don't know.
Bridesmaids.
Geeky?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Gritty?
Biodome.
That's a good
Kate?
choice.
I still don't know.
Basketball. Neil?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There we go. One last reminder. This is the final call for entries into the
giveaway.
Into the giveaway for the retro handheld console that Neil's giving away. He 100 bits if you are not already a Patreon or sub. If you are a Patreon or sub, 100 bits gets you an extra chance. One entry per person. All right. Cascade asks, if Galaxy of Heroes was canceled, what would you play? For me, Fallout. Kate.
Are we talking like mobile games or games in general?
Your call. What would you stream?
Phasmo.
I think I already know Simon. Simon, what do you got?
It would probably end up being a mix of Phasmo with Kate and Lego games, probably with a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon sprinkled in there.
That's the one that I was guessing you were gonna say. Geek Girl.
Probably whatever Star Wars game was out at that moment. Right now, it's Fallen Order, but also any I'm going back and going through like the really great Marvel DC games. So anything geeky related.
Critty?
This is going to come as a shock, but probably Sims 4.
No, see, Christie's Sims is like our SWGOH. What if Sims died? What would you?
Yes. What would you play if it wasn't Sims?
RuneScape.
Okay.
Oh my God. For anybody who plays RuneScape, I got level 99 farming today.
Yep, Sephiroth said congratulations in the chat earlier. Neil, what would you play?
Did you know I got level 99 farming?
Yep.
I got my cape. I'm so excited.
Yay.
That's the highest you can get.
Congrats.
Nice. Well done.
What you got, Neil?
Well, if it was to be a mobile game, I might give that Infinite Galaxy a try. I've seen the trailer for it a couple times, and it looks interesting. It looks like it looks like a strategy RPG game set in space. So it fits the science fiction criteria, and it fits the strategy and tactics criteria. So mobile game, I might give that a try. The PC, I'd go looking for a game that has anything resembling Grand Arena Championships, because I'd start jonesing for some GAC. Like, yeah, I would. So yeah, Infinite Galaxy for me.
All right, I'm going to reverse the order of these questions, and then Nabokov fan, we're probably going to have to push this one to next week. The one that you posted earlier in there. If you could own your own droid from the Star Wars universe, what type of droid would you have? I would have an astromech with the bar, with the little drink serving thing, so it can go get me a fresh cold glass of milk. Kate.
Just give me BB-8. I don't even
I
care.
would go
Just
with a BB
give me
unit
BB-8
as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Simon
gosh.
wants BB-8. Geeky.
Probably a protocol droid, because there are so many places I'd like to go where I don't speak the language.
All right, Critty.
R2, but I would have to also know what the beeps mean. Like, I'd have to be able to translate the beeps in my head.
Like the deleted scene from Revenge of the Sith.
Sure.
Look it up; it's hilarious. And Neil, I know you. I know you went to go grab it.
I already have one.
I mean, I already have one too, but it won't get the milk out of the fridge, so it doesn't work.
This one carries drinks, but I wouldn't misuse him like that. There we go.
I just want an astromech, not R2D2. It would be P4U1. All right. And last, do the bounty hunnies have a ship? And does it have a name? I'm going to answer that by just saying, stay tuned. All right. And the last question, Zaz wants to know how Christy and I met. Why don't you go ahead and tell the story?
Okay. So the story for me starts with my sister yelling at me over the phone that I was not living my life to the fullest. And I said, if I join a dating website, will you get off my back? And she said, yes. So I joined a dating website, and lo and behold, this guy named Paul clicked on my profile, said he liked me. And I was creeped out by him. And he asked for my phone number, and I was like,
standing next to a giant Chicken Little.
Yeah, I don't want to give this random stranger my phone number, but he won me over, so I gave him my phone number. And by the end of the first conversation, we had told each other that we loved each other. And by the end of that week, we were engaged. And then he moved. He was living in Texas at the time. I was in Ohio. He moved back home to Ohio. And 3 months later, we were married. And almost 13 years later, here we are.
Back in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
That's the story of how Paul met Christy.
So you've got a charity stream coming up. When does this charity stream start, Bounty Hunnies?
8 a.m. Eastern.
So
Bright
I'm
and
gonna have to
early.
get up at 7
10
Central.
hours from now.
Yes. I'm going to bed after this.
Yeah, I gotta do an airport drop off, and then I will be back sometime early afternoon.
All right. For those who are playing, we have a total of 68 entries today. 68 entries. I'm heading to random.org. I'm typing in any number from 2 to 69. How many times should I hit the button, Christy?
37. I'm sorry,
42.
you asked me. Of course, I'm going to say
The
37.
answer is dick.
42.
I'm sorry. Am I allowed to curse here? Because that was a dick move. Bleep me out. I don't care.
All right. And the 37th push of the button results in... I probably got banned for pushing it too much.
Well, your mom did tell you not to do that, or you might go blind.
All right, here we go. Number 46. Number 46 is once again another Patreon. I wonder if they're watching. Dr. Feelgood.
Hey.
You are the winner of the
Pocket Go S30.
Neil, tell him what he's won.
You have won a Pocket Go S30. So you'll be able to play Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 and PlayStation games and pretty much all of the ones that are underneath that. And it's got a very nice, simple, basic menu. And just hit me up on Discord, buddy, so that I can get an address to mail it off to you.
All right. Courtesy of the Patreon funds and the Twitch subs and all that you guys make happen. Thank you so very, very much for supporting the show. This is our way of, throwing back to you guys as often as we can. We do this at the end of the month. Now, Neil.
Yes.
This is the final show before our season finale.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to reveal the guest just yet. We've got 2 irons in the fire, but we're going as big as possible, or as big to our community as possible as well. And it will be a lot of fun. And of course, for those who have not been here, every season finale of the Escape Podcast, every 30 seasons, it ends with a radio drama. And this season is definitely one you do not want to miss. It's going to be great. It's you'll laugh, you'll cry. It's better than Cats.
Everything's better than Cats.
Especially
honestly,
the latest video release of Cats.
Oh, let's not talk about that horrible monstrosity.
Never saw it.
Good.
Don't.
Your life is better for it.
Oh,
I just saw the preview. I'm like, why would I want to watch this?
Kate Gaming hasn't watched Cats. We're gonna have to get a redemption going.
Well, I mean, what
Make
are
the bounty
they
hunters
gonna
watch Cats.
Yeah, what are they gonna have you watch if we make it to 2000 and you watch Hamilton? Like
nothing, and I'm okay with that.
But I will say, if we hit 3000, I am shaving my head. So actually, Katie's gonna shave my head live on stream.
Nice.
3,000. Okay, so what happens if you hit 1,000?
Oh God, you're gonna make me pull up the
Yeah,
spreadsheet.
let's quickly go over the goals.
There's some below 1,000.
Yeah, start from the bottom, Kate. Start from the bottom.
All right, hold on. I got it. Here it is.
All right, here's the goals, guys. We want to see each and every single one of these happen.
So first goal is $250. When we hit that, it is a Bounty Hunnies only Phasmo game, which I don't think Geek Girl has ever played, and I think Christy has played once, twice.
Yeah.
And if anybody's ever seen me and Llama play, we just yell at each other.
We just yell at each other the whole time.
And then
I'm pretty sure you still manage to kill each other.
Oh,
no, I'm really the only one that dies.
I die on an occasion. All right, $500 is 15 minutes of Metal Llama, which I am in the process of putting together. I cannot wait. If anybody has good suggestions for videos that will creep llama out, send them my way.
You want creepy ones?
Yes.
Preface this. Let me preface this. So Metal Llama is a channel point redemption on my channel where if you redeem it, I will listen and watch the music video for a metal song. They freak me out. Like
the scarier mask, the more screaming, the better.
The first time they made me do it, I literally had to use my wife's weighted blanket because I was so freaked out.
We started you out easy.
Yeah, although we did subject her to Poppy, so.
Oh, there's gonna be plenty of Poppy for that.
Anyway, what's the next one? What's the next one? You're freaking me out already.
I didn't even make the playlist yet. $1,000 is a Bounty Hunnies t-shirt giveaway. So then $1,500 is Kate plays the Phasmo Asylum map. So if you've been around my channel at all, you know I literally refuse to play the Asylum map. Like I make excuses every single time. I avoid it. It has some freaky echoes in it. And I literally, the one time I did play it, I thought like somebody was literally behind me in real life. And I'm like, nah, we're not doing this. 2,000 is I Watch Hamilton. 2,500 is Christy plays GAC. So we will finally get Christy to play SWGOH.
Yeah.
If we hit that. And then
she's not playing my account though. I already suck
It'll probably
enough.
be mine because I don't care enough.
I've got a spare account.
I was gonna say we got the alts now going, so can always take one of them. But llamas is fun because you got the GL. So 3,000 is Bald Llama, which Llama mentioned previously. And then our top one is 5,000, and it's I use the Ouija board in Phasmo, and if anybody's been around for that, they know I literally refuse to use the Ouija board. Like literally, I literally left a game because somebody used it. I'm like, no, this is not happening. So I will use the Ouija board. Yeah.
All right.
And then every 2 hours, we're doing a giveaway. So every 2 hours, for everyone who's donated, had a stroke, donated in the last 2 hours, we will pull your name randomly and you get to pick a prize from the punch box. And we've got things like merch giveaways. We've got things like game night giveaways. So lots of fun stuff.
All right.
We will go over all of our milestones when we get going tomorrow.
There we go. Well, guys, it was an absolute pleasure. Hang on for just a second while we close up. Neil, anything else before we go?
No, I'm good to go, mate. You got some
All
buttons
right.
to tell me to push.
So we're gonna have to put all four of these people in pods and send them out.
Mm-hmm.
We're already in ours. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, absolute pleasure to have the Bounty Hunnies here. Go check them out tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Eastern. Check it out. We're going to be cheering them on. I want to see a bald llama. I need a bald llama in my life. So we're going to at least make that happen.
I already have the clippers, so as soon as we hit it, I will literally be ready to go.
Yeah.
If you go to the Escape Podcast Discord server after the show, you will see the requested in the chat llama being strung up by an Ewok. I'm almost done drawing. I've been drawing. Yeah. If I've been making any weird faces, it's because I'm drawing right now.
Oh my god.
She's drawing the requested from the chat. We'll put that in the listener lounge. That being said, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you next week for the season finale with a very, very special guest. Be nice to each other, damn it. Neil?
Yes, mate.
Push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta for now, folks.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the
self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Boo Boo, sit. Good dog.